What's up, everybody? Happy Easter. I hope everybody who celebrates Resurrection Day of the Lord Jesus Christ is having a wonderful, wonderful day. And if you don't celebrate, I hope you're having a wonderful day regardless. Anyway, you guys, it's your girl back, and we are back with another TV show review. And this time we're going to be reviewing once again Ruthless, which is on season 4, episode 21. And the name of the show was titled Make or Break. Now, you guys, as you're familiar with me and my style, I will try to keep it short and sweet. But remember to always leave me a comment in the comment section and let me know what you thought about the TV show, the review, the characters, the storyline, any of that stuff, especially after the review I did the other day. Child, the interview I did the other day on BMF Black Mafia Family. If y'all ain't caught up with that one, y'all definitely need to get caught up with that one, and definitely leave me your comments on your opinions on that show, the recent episode of BMF, which was last Friday. But back to Ruthless. Make sure you guys like and share the video on your way in. Also, make sure you subscribe to the Hood Table. If you're not already subscribed here, please and thank you very much. And also, don't forget, we do have a membership, so feel free to hit the join button if you want to join the membership. And of course, if you want to be a blessing to the Hood Table on this wonderful Easter Sunday, you can cash out $ the Hood Table 402. Now, with that being said, y'all, let's start off with episode 21. So at the beginning of this episode, we have saw Malcolm. He was still stuck in that bear trap, wiggling around, flopping around on the ground with no means of escape, while also lying to George, telling him that Ruth had told him how to escape to get help from the sheriff's office. Now, George, knowing that this was a lie, told Malcolm that he was still going to plan to verify this with Ruth, who for sure didn't tell him no such thing. Why? Because her, Lewis, and George were all already planning a heist and an escape together. And then after that, Ruth demanded from Lewis that he had better put his girl, Bridget, in check. Get your girl together. You better handle that, bro. Ruth was like, get your girl in check. You better calm her down before she ended up hanging from the ceiling of the punishment trailer, once again getting her butt whooped on by Ruth. Bridget don't want that, and neither does Lewis, because when Bridget had got whipped the first time, he was like, Ruth, now was all that necessary? Ruth said, handle it. You better handle it or I will. But Bridget, she still wanted to be with Lewis, and of course, being down for the cause, was willing to drop the subject of Lewis cheating on her, at least for the moment. So Lewis then hands her a pistol to place inside of her boot, being that they are already needing her support anyway, which is another reason why he had to smooth things over with her, because they don't have enough men on their team. This is a close knit team, and they only have a few men. And then they got Ruth, they got Bridget, they got I'm not sure about Joan. Okay, I'm not. I'm not so sure about Joan. Anyway, I think Joan is looking out for herself, but we'll talk about Joan later. Anyway, since they don't have enough men, on their escape plans and their heist plans, he gave her a pistol to use as well. And then later on, Lewis also, after apologizing to his girl, Bridget, and getting her to calm down, he offered up another apology to Daikon for allowing Peter and Malcolm to escape, while reassuring Daikon at the same time that they all still have his back. Lewis placed his hand on Daikon's shoulder. Did y'all see that? I was like, now I know he don't mean anything by it. But Daikon on the other side was like, bro. Don't be putting your hands on me like that. Like, what's your problem? Lewis was looking all confused, like, what I do? He was like, what I do? Daikon said, don't be putting your hands on people like that or even touching people like that unless you are serious. Because from the beliefs of the Raku, y'all, anytime you touch someone, it is an automatic assumption that it is an intimate touch. It is an intimate thing. You know how you just be walking up to somebody, hey, bro, I see you in the grip, and you grab their arm or some hold or their hand, shake their hand. Nah, you can't do that here. That is a display of intimate affection. But anywho, Lewis was like, all right then. But y'all, tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. Did Daikon attempt to send Lewis a stronger message? A much more stronger message than that touch just means it could be an intimate thing? Does Daikon want a little piece of Lewis? I don't know, y'all. To me, I'm thinking that can't be the case because, considering that the highest has scheduled another enlightening session in a minute, because from what I thought in the past, can't nobody have sex or do anything like that unless the highest blesses the session, blesses the encounter, the transaction. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, no, that can't be the case because we haven't seen an enlightenment happen in a long time, and we all know what enlightening means, right? I don't have to go all into that. If y'all don't know what enlightening mean by now, you've been watching this show since day one, then I don't know. Y'all must have slept through half of the first two seasons. But anyway, I wasn't so sure what Daikon was meaning to relay to Lewis when it came to that matter. Seeing that later, while waiting for the highest to announce his prophecy, Daikon seemed to have made a pass at George. Now that pass, you can't overlook that one. You cannot look. It was just as clear as day. I was like, what the what? Don't let me find out. Don't let me find out that Daikon has a crush on old George, who is kind of cute, I must add. Cuter than Lewis, that is. But anywho, Daikon told George, I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. Y'all know that song. He went on to add, I want you to come to my trailer tonight. I want to show you how happy you've been making me. Gladly. I'm so excited, sir, George responded. Child. Despite acting like he was anxious to later meet Daikon in his trailer, George relayed to Lewis that the only thing Daikon would get is his brains blown out. Oh, Lewis had me cracking up. He said, you mean he want to tap that ass, tap that ass, tap that ass? George was like, shit. The only thing that nigga getting is his brains blown out. Now, I don't know if Daikon really made it clear to George what he's expecting of him later on, although he did make it clear to Lewis that he needed to know who it was that took the sandwich to the men in the trailer, which we all know was River, right? Who was trying to poison his lover, Peter, right? That sandwich, of course, was already eaten. Actually eating, I'm trying to say, by Malcolm before his escape attempt from the compound. During Daikon's investigations of the sandwich smuggler, he also questioned Elder Mother about it. Did you bring food to the prisoner? Daikon asked Mother, to which Mother replied, I did not. I love how she talks. I love her accents. I did not. Responding, Daikon asked, then why was there a half-eaten sandwich in there? Mother replied again, I don't know. I don't know. Elder Mother goes on to suggest in so many words that it is too bad that Ruth is pregnant. Hence, that's why that will make her uncontrollable after having the only real child of the highest. Unless we can make the pregnancy go away painlessly in her food. Daikon didn't want to hear another word. Whether he believes Elder Mother is right about Ruth or not, as far as Ruth going to be uncontrollable once she gives birth, he told her, I don't want to hear another word about this. And after that exchange, I'm so sure that if Malcolm was to get ill from that sandwich, Daikon would know for a fact that Mother had tried to end Ruth's pregnancy. Everyone, including the highest, is still under the belief that Ruth is carrying his child. As a matter of fact, while Ruth washed his feet of the highest, he told her that the male child she is carrying is making her female brain feel better. I was like, what the mess? Ruth was looking at him. Now, you know Ruth, she has that straight up, poker face. She be having poker face for the poker face when it comes to the highest. She was looking like this crazy mofo really think that he knows what he talking about. He really think he's God. He really think he can seize this and seize that with his dumbass prophecies. But Ruth came back with, I was wondering why things were so clear to her. Playing right along, right along. Now let's discuss River. River had finally done something right. He ran up to Ruth all happy and stuff about the fact that he was able to break the only computer on the compound, the computer that belongs to the highest, of course. River also finally explained to Zane why he never told her about their plans to escape. Evidently, he never intended to leave Zane behind. He did, however, plan to leave Lacey behind, only due to the fact, though, that she can't really run. You know, because of all her injuries, she suffered some traumatic injuries, right? So he felt like she can't run. So, he was planning to leave her alone, leave her behind all alone. Lacey was like, get the hell out of here, man. Leave us alone. She was upset. She was hot. She was like, oh, so you're going to take her and you're going to leave me? And that's my girl? He was like, why are you so mad? She was like, because that's my girl. Like, of course she going to be mad. And she's looking at Zane like, I wish you would. She didn't say it, y'all, but she was looking at Zane like, I wish you would. Because Lacey, even though all the things that she had been through on that compound, the beatings, the assaults, and everything, the starvation, everything that she'd been through, she looked like she would whoop off into some Zane if she tried to leave her behind. I'm just saying. But Zane, who was trying not to appear frustrated with Lacey, told her that she would never leave her behind either. But somehow though, I have a feeling that if she could, she would leave Lacey's ass right there on that compound mad. Okay? Now back to Joan. Joan and Ruth were summoned by the highest to speak with him about why he spotted them having a heated discussion. Ruth, trying to think quick on her feet, put the blame all on herself, pretending to be jealous of Joan, who was able to travel back and forth with him to the banks. She apologizes to the highest. For now, the highest seemed pleased by her response, even after she explained that if they were on the streets, she would tell him that she would kill a bitch for him. Man, when the highest said that, y'all see the look when she said that to the highest, y'all see the look on his face. At first, he was taken aback, like not feeling her unladylike tendencies. That feeling, though, quickly washed over by Ruth's display of affection for him. After Joan was dismissed, the highest turned to Ruth, saying, "You would kill a bitch for me?" Now, the highest to me, y'all, this is just to me. I think the highest likes that type of shit. I think he really gets off on that type of shit. He can't really let it be known though, but he is from the streets, and he did serve time in the pen, right? And Daikon was his protection in the pen, right? So as much as he tries to keep Ruth in line, deep down inside, I think he is attracted to a street chick or a street thug, for that matter, such as Daikon. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, let's discuss Aaron. Y'all know Aaron, who's still down at the sheriff's office, is extremely concerned about the safety of his wife, Paula. It's obvious, right? He was sitting there in that chair, barely able to keep still, right next to the sheriff, and the sheriff was over there trying to give him advice. And Sheriff Conley is the last person that he wants some advice from, but Sheriff Conley was attempting to warn him, and Sheriff Conley might be right. But of course, Aaron, he's like, man, leave me alone. I'm the reason why I'm in this mess in the first place, okay? But the sheriff did try to tell him that he could be killed when the feds head back up to the compound to do a raid on the property. The sheriff kept saying they're going to mess it up, man. They're going to F it up, man. But for some reason, Aaron appeared pretty sure that the feds have got this all under control, in spite of the fact that the sheriff kept insisting that the feds are going to F everything up. But will the feds even have a chance to F everything up? In that, as we saw Ruth, she was able to steal some of the money from the highest and store it in the trunk of that car, subsequently joining forces with Lewis, Bridget, and George. Once Ruth joined them, Lewis warned the other soldiers, who are now the ops, to put their guns down, or the highest is about to catch a hot one, y'all. Man, I don't know how this is going to end. I am looking forward to the next episode on next Thursday. Woo, child. First of all, did y'all think Ruth was going to get caught? Like, I was sitting on the edge of my couch watching Ruth while she was stuffing all that money in the bag and trying to, get out of there. I was like, oh God, Ruth, please don't get caught. Please don't get caught. Like 4 seasons and nobody besides, well, we know she ended up dying anyway, but Tally, she ended up, catching a hot one, But other than that, who was it? Paula? I think it was Paula, Zane's friend Paula, who was able to escape. We still don't know what happened to her. I don't understand why Tyler Perry hasn't updated us on what happened to her. If y'all know anything, like if I'm just behind or somehow missed it, please let me know. If y'all know what happened to Paula, please put it down in the comment section for me. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. But as far as this episode goes, how do you think that, let's see, Lacey and Paula is going to feel, Paula, Aaron's wife. How do you think they are going to feel once they realize that Bridget was on this, she was in it the whole time, this heist, this escape plan? Because just a couple of episodes ago, they was trying to hand Bridget to the wolves. Zane was even offering to cut her tongue out her mouth. Mother was like, no, 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 no. You cannot cut the tongue out her mouth because she had to explain to the highest. So I don't know, y'all. Y'all let me know if y'all think the feds is going to be able to stop what's going on, if they going to F everything up, if Ruth and them is going to be able to escape with the money, or if the feds is going to interrupt everything. And then, one thing I can say, I am so glad the children are no longer there. The children are at the hotel, right? The one at the highest, is trying to purchase. So I'm glad the children are not there. But anyway, you guys, leave your comments in the comment section. Make sure you like and share the video. And again, subscribe to the Hood Table if you're not already subscribed, please. And thank you very much. Don't forget to hit the join button to become a member. And also to donate to the commentary. Cash App, $, the Hood Table 402. Thank you very much, you guys. On that note, happy Easter once again. Stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood. I'm out.